The alien princess was nude when I entered. Her shock was plainly evident. Alex Carter was nervous as he stepped out of the small transport pod onto the surface of the Velari station. The station floated silently above a blue-green planet, its metallic surface glinting in the distant sun. He had trained for this moment for years, but nothing had fully prepared him for the reality of meeting an alien civilization face to face. The Velari were known throughout the galaxy for their intelligence, advanced technology, and strict customs. Humanity had hoped for peaceful relations, and Alex was one of the few humans trusted to represent them. His boots clicked softly against the smooth flooring of the docking bay. Holographic guides flickered in the air, displaying directions in both Velari symbols and human language. The station was vast, far larger than any human ship Alex had ever seen. It seemed to stretch endlessly, with corridors that curved in impossible ways, yet everything felt alive with quiet energy. Lights pulsed gently along the walls, and subtle hums came from the station itself, as if it were breathing. "Remember your training," Alex whispered to himself. "Respect patience, no mistakes." He straightened his uniform, adjusted the small communicator on his wrist, and took a deep breath. This mission was important. One wrong move could end humanity's hopes for a strong alliance with the Velari Union. He followed the guide toward the royal habitat, a series of chambers reserved for Velari leaders. The hallway opened into a wide atrium filled with glowing plants and flowing water, an artificial garden designed to remind visitors of the Velari homeworld. Alex paused to admire it. The colors were bright but soft, the scents unfamiliar yet calming. He almost forgot why he was here. A Velari attendant, tall and graceful, approached him. Her skin shimmered faintly in soft blue light, and her eyes were large and bright, reflecting curiosity and intelligence. "You are Alex Carter," she asked in a melodic tone. "Follow me." "Princess Elira awaits," Alex nodded, trying to hide his nerves. "Thank you," he said. "I am honored to meet her." The attendant led him through narrow corridors, the walls lined with strange glowing patterns that seemed to shift as he walked past. Alex could feel the station's energy, almost like it was aware of him moving through it. He had read about Velari architecture, but nothing in the books compared to walking through the corridors in person. Finally, they reached a door unlike any he had seen before. It was tall and made of a smooth, transparent material that shimmered with a soft inner light. The attendant stopped. "This is the princess' private chamber. Please wait outside." Alex nodded, taking a step back. "Of course." He adjusted his communicator, checking that he had the correct translation settings, but the attendant spoke again, hesitating slightly. "There is a maintenance procedure ongoing. She may not be fully prepared." Alex frowned, unsure what she meant. Before he could ask, the attendant quickly left, leaving the door slightly ajar. The soft hum of machinery and a warm glow leaked out into the corridor. Alex assumed she was referring to cleaning or repairs. He stepped closer, curious. The hum grew louder, and he realized it was not mechanical. It sounded almost like breathing. Without thinking, Alex pushed the door open wider. The room inside was unlike anything he had imagined. Soft light filled the space, reflecting off translucent walls. Plants and crystals floated in the air, suspended by invisible forces. It was serene and alive, like stepping into a dream. And then he saw her. Princess Elira stood in the center of the room, her form illuminated by soft light. She was in the middle of a private regeneration ritual, a common practice among the Velari that allowed them to restore energy and maintain health. Alex froze, realizing immediately that he had made a terrible mistake. Her large eyes widened in shock, and for a brief moment Alex thought she might attack, but instead she stepped back, her hands raised in surprise rather than defense. The room fell silent except for the hum of the energy around her. Alex felt his heart race. He could see the intelligence and authority in her gaze, but also curiosity and, strangely, respect. I am sorry, Alex stammered, taking a careful step backward. I did not mean to, Princess Elira cut him off with a calm but sharp tone. You are human. She studied him closely, her eyes searching for something beyond the obvious. You could have looked away, but you did not. Alex swallowed hard. I did not know. I thought I was supposed to meet you here. I did not mean to intrude. Elira's expression softened slightly. She tilted her head, her eyes reflecting a faint amusement. Your manners are unusual, she said. Most beings would have turned away or panicked. You did not. Alex relaxed slightly, sensing that she was not angry. I respect your privacy, he said earnestly. I did not intend to offend you, she nodded slowly. It is acceptable, unusual but acceptable. You are calm in a moment where most would show fear or shame. Alex could feel tension leaving his body. He had expected anger, perhaps a formal reprimand, but instead she seemed curious about him. The situation, though embarrassing, was changing. It was no longer about mistake, it was about observation. Why do you not leave? She asked, her voice softening. Most would flee. Yet you remain. Alex took another careful step backward, trying to show respect while still facing her. Because I am here as a representative of humanity, he said, and I want to understand, not just observe. I know I entered at the wrong time, but I hope to learn from this experience. Elira regarded him silently for a long moment. Then she spoke, almost thoughtfully. You speak truthfully. Many cannot do that when embarrassed or caught unprepared. Alex nodded. Honesty is important to humans. Even in mistakes, we try to show respect. For the first time, Elira smiled faintly. It was subtle, but Alex felt the warmth behind it. Then perhaps your intrusion is not entirely unwelcome, she said. It shows character. Many beings hide behind protocol, but you acted with courage, even in error. Alex felt a mixture of relief and surprise. He had expected scolding, not praise. Yet here was an alien princess, acknowledging his restraint and courage. It made him reconsider everything he had learned about diplomacy. Sometimes, mistakes revealed more about a person than careful planning ever could. He took one more step back, giving her space, and bowed slightly. Thank you, Princess Elira. I hope this incident does not tarnish humanity's reputation. She shook her head. Reputation is not determined by perfection. It is determined by choices in moments like this. You have made a good choice. Alex exhaled slowly. His training had prepared him for negotiations and protocols, but nothing had prepared him for a moment of genuine human-alien understanding. He realized that the first real step in forming trust might not be ceremony or speeches. It might simply be honesty in an awkward moment. The door chimed softly, reminding him that others were waiting. Alex straightened. I should leave now, he said. I do not wish to intrude further. Elira nodded, stepping aside to let him move toward the exit. Leave, yes, but remember this meeting. It is more than a mistake, it is a test, not of skill but of character, and you have passed. Alex bowed again and backed out of the room, closing the door carefully behind him. Once outside, he allowed himself a small smile. The first encounter had been a disaster in appearance, but a triumph in substance. He had entered by mistake, but he had also shown what humanity could offer: respect, honesty, and courage. As he walked down the glowing corridors toward the designated diplomatic chamber, he felt a new sense of purpose. This mission was no longer just about protocol or alliances. It was about proving that humans could be trusted, that they could act with dignity even in the most unexpected situations. When he reached the meeting chamber, Claire Evans, the human diplomat assigned to the station, greeted him with a raised eyebrow. Alex, you're back already. Everything okay? Alex nodded, trying to hide his lingering embarrassment. More than okay, he said. It was unexpected but enlightening. Princess Elira is different than any account we have read. She values honesty and calm in ways we did not anticipate. Claire frowned, curious. Different how? Alex paused, choosing his words carefully. She is intelligent, perceptive, and willing to judge character rather than protocol. She sees actions in context, not just adherence to rules. It was impressive. Claire's expression softened. Sounds like first contact went better than expected, though a bit unusual, I assume. Alex smiled faintly. Extremely unusual. But that is how first impressions should be. Raw, honest, and real. I think she respects that. As they prepared to enter the larger council chamber for official discussions, Alex felt a quiet excitement. This accidental encounter had opened a door he had never imagined. The Velari were cautious, but he had shown that humans could be more than just rigid diplomats. They could be allies, capable of courage, honesty, and understanding. And for the first time, Alex truly believed that humanity had a place among the stars, not just as explorers, but as equals. Alex Carter walked down the wide corridors of the Velari station, feeling a mixture of relief and tension. The first encounter with Princess Elira had been unexpected and awkward, yet it had opened a door that no human diplomat could have forced. Still, he knew that not everyone on the station would see the incident as he did. He had to be careful. Claire Evans, the human diplomat, walked beside him, speaking quietly. "Alex, the council is going to discuss your meeting with the princess. I hope you are prepared." Alex nodded. "I understand. I will explain honestly. She saw my intentions, not just my mistake. I believe that matters more than appearances." Claire glanced at him, a small smile appearing. "That is true, but you must remember, Velari tradition is strict. Not everyone is as flexible as Princess Elira." They reached the council chamber, a circular room with walls that seemed to shimmer in soft, moving light. Velari council members sat around a central platform, their faces calm but attentive. Alex felt a small knot of nervousness tighten in his stomach. He had trained for this, yet standing in the presence of so many alien leaders was far more intimidating than he had imagined. The council leader, a tall Velari with silver-blue skin and eyes that glowed faintly, looked at Alex. "Human representative," he said in a calm, melodic voice, "we have been informed of an unusual event in the royal chambers. Please explain your actions." Alex straightened, taking a deep breath. "Honored council members," he began, "I entered the princess' private chamber by mistake. I did not intend to intrude. The moment was awkward and unexpected. However, I immediately stepped back and offered my apologies." The princess responded with curiosity rather than anger. "I believe she values honesty, respect, and restraint more than strict adherence to protocol." There was a long silence. Alex could feel the council members exchanging subtle glances. He continued, "I ask that my actions be judged not on appearance but on intent. I did not seek to offend or intrude. I acted as a human who respects privacy and demonstrates honesty even in mistakes." One council member, a female Velari with shimmering violet skin, leaned forward. "It is unusual for humans to act without panic in moments of exposure or mistake. Most species would flee, hide, or lie. You did not. This is noteworthy." Alex nodded. "Thank you. That is all I ask, that my actions be considered in context." Another council member, an older Velari with green luminescent patterns along his arms, spoke. "The princess supports your explanation. She has observed your behavior and confirms that you acted with integrity. However, this does not dismiss the seriousness of protocol. Humans must understand our customs fully if they are to form a lasting alliance." Alex bowed his head slightly. "I understand. I am learning and I will continue to learn. I hope to build trust through both understanding and actions." Princess Elira, standing nearby, added her voice. "This human did not seek to gain advantage. He acted with honesty. His courage is not in strength or weapons but in integrity. I trust him." The council members murmured among themselves. Some appeared skeptical, others curious. Alex could sense the tension slowly shifting. The room was no longer judging a mistake, it was observing character. After a moment, the council leader spoke again. "Very well. Your actions will be recorded and your intentions noted. However, human, you must participate in a series of formal exchanges to ensure you understand Velari culture fully. Do you accept?" Alex nodded without hesitation. "I do. I wish to learn and respect your ways. Humanity hopes for friendship and cooperation, not offense." The leader inclined his head slightly. "So be it. Begin with the cultural exchange sessions. The princess will guide you in understanding Velari social practices." Later, Alex followed Princess Elira through the palace corridors. She led him to a room filled with displays of Velari history, art, and technology. "Humans often judge quickly," she explained. "But to understand a species, one must observe carefully. Today you showed restraint. Tomorrow you will learn context." Alex studied the holographic displays. He could see the Velari had centuries of history, advanced science, and a society built on logic and cooperation. Yet beneath the knowledge, there was beauty and creativity. He realized humanity had much to learn from them, and much they could teach. "We value honesty," Elira continued, "but we also value understanding. You acted honestly, yes, but you also respected space, stepped back, and apologized. That is more than most species do." Alex nodded. "That is how humans often act. We make mistakes, but we try to correct them with respect and truth. I hope that will help build trust between us." Elira's eyes brightened slightly. "It does, and more than that, it shows humans can adapt. That is rare. Most beings cannot change behavior quickly when faced with unexpected situations." As the day passed, Alex participated in various lessons about Velari culture. He learned how they communicated not just through words, but through subtle movements, lights in their skin, and shifts in energy. He learned about their rituals, their hierarchy, and their view of diplomacy. All of it was fascinating, but sometimes difficult to follow. During one session, Alex accidentally misinterpreted a gesture. Elira observed quietly, then corrected him. "Human, intention matters. You thought you were polite, but your gesture suggested impatience." "Do you see?" Alex nodded. "I understand now. It is subtle but important." She smiled faintly. "Yes, humans often rely on words. Velari rely on action, subtlety, and timing. Remember both." Later, the human diplomats discussed the incident among themselves. Claire Evans expressed concern. "Alex, you handled that situation well, but the council may still view humans as impulsive. We need to show that humanity can follow Velari ways, not just respond honestly." Alex agreed. "I understand. Honesty alone is not enough. We must learn, adapt, and prove ourselves in action." Meanwhile, Ben Harris, a human pilot, noticed unusual energy fluctuations near the station. He reported them to Alex, who listened carefully. "These readings are small," Alex said, "but persistent. We should investigate further. It may be unrelated, but we cannot ignore it." Elira overheard their conversation. "Humans are cautious," she said. "Unlike other species, you do not rush. You observe and plan. That is useful." Alex smiled slightly. "It is part of who we are. We cannot rely solely on strength or tradition. We must think, adapt, and act." As the day turned to evening, Alex and Elira walked in the palace garden. The soft glow of alien plants reflected on their faces. Alex felt a strange sense of calm. He had entered the Velari world by mistake, yet now he was learning, respected in ways he had never expected. "Alex," Elira said, her voice soft, "do you understand why your actions mattered today?" He nodded. "Yes. It was not about the mistake itself, but how I responded. Honesty, respect, and restraint made the difference." She looked thoughtful. "Exactly. That is how trust begins. It is fragile at first, but grows when both sides act with integrity. Humans may have more potential than I realized." Alex felt a surge of pride, but also responsibility. Humanity was being watched. judged not by words or plans, but by actions in unexpected moments. The future of the alliance might depend on the choices he and his colleagues made here. The next morning, the council gathered again. This time, Alex presented a plan for a cooperative project between humans and Velari. He suggested sharing engineering techniques and problem-solving approaches to strengthen both species. He emphasized respect for Velari traditions while showing how human innovation could complement them. The council members listened carefully. Alira supported his ideas, adding her perspective. This human sees potential in cooperation, not just in obedience. That is rare and valuable. The council debated, but gradually they began to see the merit in Alex's plan. The idea of blending human adaptability with Velari structure and intelligence appealed to many. Slowly, the tension that had existed after the first meeting began to fade. Trust, though tentative, started to form. As the day ended, Alex returned to his quarters, exhausted but hopeful. He had entered a delicate situation by accident, yet he had navigated it with honesty and respect. More importantly, he had begun to build a bridge between humanity and the Velari. It was a small bridge for now, but he knew it could grow stronger with time. Before sleeping, Alex reflected on what he had learned. The first encounter had been awkward, yes, but it had revealed something important. The Velari valued integrity, courage and honesty, and the ability to adapt. These were qualities humans possessed, and now they were beginning to be recognized. He thought of Alira, standing calm and composed in her private chamber, watching him with eyes that could see far beyond appearances. That moment, though unintended, had shown him that even mistakes could become opportunities. Humanity's place in the galaxy would not come from perfection, power, or control. It would come from character, respect, and the willingness to learn. Alex felt confident that, with these principles, humans could earn the trust of even the most cautious alien species. And as he drifted to sleep, the hum of the Velari station seemed almost comforting. It was a reminder that the galaxy was vast, full of unknowns, and yet, if approached with honesty and courage, it was not frightening. It was full of possibilities. Alex Carter woke early, the soft hum of the Velari station echoing through the corridors. Today was another day of learning, but unlike yesterday, there was a sense of purpose beyond etiquette and cultural exchanges. The council had approved a series of practical exercises to see how humans and Velari could work together in problem-solving. Alex felt both excited and nervous. This was his chance to show that humanity could contribute more than words, they could act. Princess Alira awaited him in the atrium, her movements graceful and calm. "Today," she said, "you will see how Velari think under pressure. You will also have a chance to show how humans respond." Alex nodded. "I am ready." They moved to a large simulation room. Holographic displays filled the space, showing landscapes, alien structures, and complex energy systems. Alira explained that these exercises were designed to test logic, teamwork, and adaptability. Humans had approached situations differently than the Velari, and the council wanted to see if collaboration was possible. Alex studied the first challenge. An alien communication relay was damaged, causing a simulated colony to lose contact with orbiting ships. The Velari solution involved strict protocols and precise steps, but Alex immediately saw an alternative approach. He suggested using an adaptive signal amplifier, combining Velari technology with human improvisation. Alira watched carefully. "You do not follow the standard procedure," she noted. Alex shook his head. "Procedures are useful but not always efficient. Sometimes creativity solves problems faster than rules alone." The Velari Council observed silently as Alex worked alongside Alira, adjusting the energy flow, recalibrating the relays, and integrating human-style problem-solving into Velari systems. The results were faster and more efficient than the standard method, though different from tradition. One council member whispered to another, "Humans are unpredictable yet effective." Elira nodded slightly. "Yes, that is what I have been telling you. Humans are not bound by rigid thinking. They adapt." As the day continued, Alex faced more simulations. Some involved complex navigation, others tested engineering and diplomacy under pressure. Each time, Alex combined his human intuition with the Velari methods, finding solutions that neither species could achieve alone. During one exercise, the simulation detected unusual energy readings near the station. Ben Harris, the human pilot, joined Alex to investigate. "These readings are strange," Ben said. "They don't match known Velari or human signatures." Alex frowned. "It could be a minor fluctuation, but it could also indicate interference. We need to examine it carefully." Elira accompanied them, observing their approach. "You are cautious," she said. "Humans often rush into danger, yet you weigh choices carefully." Alex nodded. "Risk management is part of our training. We cannot assume every anomaly is harmless. Sometimes observation first saves lives." They traced the energy fluctuations to a hidden chamber within the station. The readings were stronger there, and Alex realized someone, or something, was manipulating the systems remotely. "This is unusual," he said. "These readings suggest intentional interference." "It may be a test or a threat." Elira's eyes narrowed. "We will alert the council but continue observation. Humans see patterns we may overlook." Alex and Ben worked together, using sensors and analysis tools to track the source of the energy. They discovered a small group of automated devices, alien in origin but not Velari. These devices were attempting to disrupt the station's communications subtly, enough to avoid detection. Alex's mind raced. "This is not an accident," he said. "Someone is testing us. Maybe even trying to sabotage the Alliance." Elira considered this. "We have no record of this faction within our known space. They may be opportunists, seeking to weaken both humans and Velari." Alex nodded. "Then we need to prepare. We cannot wait for them to act openly. We must show we can cooperate effectively." They reported the findings to the council. The Velari members debated strategies. Some suggested removing the devices immediately and alerting defensive teams, but Alex proposed a more measured approach. "We can neutralize them safely while collecting data. This way, we learn about their technology and intentions. Acting recklessly may provoke them unnecessarily." The council listened carefully. Elira added her support. "Human reasoning is sound. We can benefit from observing before reacting. Trust their judgment." The council reluctantly agreed. Alex, Ben, and Elira returned to the chamber. Working together, they carefully disarmed the devices, isolating their energy cores and preventing damage to the station. Alex's understanding of human engineering and improvisation, combined with Elira's intimate knowledge of Velari systems, allowed them to act swiftly and safely. Once the devices were neutralized, Alex analyzed the data. "These are not Velari designs," he said. "They are clever but primitive compared to our technology. Whoever deployed them underestimated our ability to adapt." Elira's eyes showed a faint smile. "Then humans are stronger than expected. Your species shows resilience, creativity, and courage, all in one day." Alex felt pride, but also caution. This was just the beginning. Threats would continue, and humanity's place in the galaxy depended on the ability to adapt quickly and work alongside other species. Over the next several days, Alex and Elira continued joint exercises. They explored the station's engineering systems, learning to integrate human technology with Velari energy networks. Alex was fascinated by the Velari ability to manipulate energy fields directly, a skill humans could not replicate. Yet he found ways to apply human problem-solving, improvisation, and mechanical knowledge to enhance Velari systems. During breaks, Elira shared insights about Velari society. She explained that their civilization valued patience, observation, and cooperation, and that they rarely trusted outsiders immediately. Humans are different, she said. You show emotion, but also logic. That combination is rare. Alex listened carefully. We have flaws, certainly, but we adapt. We survive by learning quickly. That is how we have thrived on Earth. Elira tilted her head. Adaptation is strength. Many species rely on strength alone. Humans rely on mind and heart as well. That is valuable. Meanwhile, the Council monitored their progress. Reports emphasized how humans and Velari could complement each other. Alex's calm approach, combined with human intuition, had solved problems that would have taken Velari teams far longer. The Council began to consider deeper cooperation. One evening, while examining a complex energy network in the station, Alex detected a minor instability. If left unchecked, this could spread, he said, showing Elira the data. She studied it. This is subtle, she said. But you noticed it. Humans often see things we overlook. Your perspective is useful. Alex smiled slightly. Then perhaps humans have a role beyond observation. We can help prevent accidents, even improve efficiency. Elira nodded. Yes, that is why I believe in cooperation. Your species has more to offer than others realize. As weeks passed, Alex began to see the Velari differently. They were not just elegant or intelligent, they were cautious, thoughtful, and disciplined. Yet their caution sometimes slowed them. Humans could complement that with speed, flexibility, and creativity. The Council began assigning joint projects. Alex worked with Elira on stabilizing orbital energy grids, repairing communication arrays, and designing hybrid systems that blended human mechanical understanding with Velari energy manipulation. Each success built trust between them, but the hidden threat still lingered. Alex and Ben continued monitoring the energy fluctuations. Small, unexplained anomalies appeared from time to time, suggesting that whoever had placed the earlier devices was still observing. They are testing us, Alex said one night, reviewing the logs with Ben. They want to see how we react, how quickly we adapt. We cannot ignore it, Ben nodded. Then we need to be ready. Humans and Velari together, that is our advantage. Elira, overhearing, smiled faintly. Yes, cooperation is our strength. The station and the princess cannot face every threat alone. Humans are unpredictable allies. That is useful. Alex felt a sense of determination. Humanity's role in the galaxy would not be as conquerors, but as problem solvers, innovators, and dependable allies. The Velari respected that, and slowly, trust was forming. By the end of the month, Alex had not only proven his value but had also helped shape the Council's perception of humans. They were no longer seen as impulsive or fragile. They were adaptable, brave, and capable of complex cooperation. As Alex walked through the glowing corridors with Elira, he reflected on how far things had come since that first accidental meeting in her private chamber. What had begun as a shocking mistake had blossomed into mutual respect, collaboration, and trust. Alex, Elira said, you have done well. Humanity shows potential that even I did not anticipate. The future of this alliance depends on people like you. Alex smiled faintly. Thank you, Princess, but we are learning from you as well. Humans could not succeed alone. Your guidance, your patience, it makes a difference. She looked thoughtful. Then we learn from each other. That is how the galaxy becomes stronger. Not through fear or force, but through understanding and cooperation. As they continued through the station, Alex realized that this was only the beginning. Challenges would come, hidden dangers would appear, and the test of humanity's adaptability and courage was far from over. Yet he felt confident. With trust, respect, and collaboration, humans could face anything, and perhaps even teach the galaxy a thing or two about resilience, creativity, and integrity. Alex Carter awoke to the low hum of the Velari station, but something felt different. The air seemed heavier, the soft lights dimmer than usual. He checked the sensor readings on his portable device and immediately noticed spikes in the energy network. They were irregular, sharp, and deliberate. He alerted Ben Harris, the human pilot, who quickly joined him in the control chamber. "These readings aren't normal," Alex said, frowning. "Someone is tampering with the station. It's subtle but persistent." Ben leaned over the console, analyzing the data. "We saw similar patterns before. Whoever is behind this is testing us. Now it seems more aggressive," Alex nodded. "Then we need to move fast. Alert the princess and the council. This could escalate if ignored." He contacted Elira, who arrived within minutes. Her eyes were calm but sharp, reflecting concern beneath her composed exterior. "Alex," she said, "I sense something wrong. Tell me what you found." Alex explained the energy spikes, showing her the readings. She studied them closely. "This is not accidental," she said. "These are attacks, small but precise. Someone is trying to weaken the station's systems without detection." "Could it be a rival faction?" Alex asked. "Perhaps," Elira said. "We have few enemies who could reach this far. It may be opportunists, outsiders seeking advantage. We cannot ignore it. We must act, but carefully." The council gathered immediately. Alex presented the data and suggested a cautious yet proactive approach. "We can isolate and neutralize the devices while gathering intelligence," he explained. "Acting recklessly could trigger further attacks." Some council members frowned. "Humans are cautious," said one, "but we have always responded swiftly to threats. Waiting is risky." Elira supported Alex. "Humans see things differently. Observation first can save more than immediate action. I trust their judgment in this matter." After debate, the council agreed. Alex, Ben, and Elira were authorized to investigate the anomalies directly. They assembled a small team, mixing humans and Velari engineers. The group moved cautiously through the station, checking energy nodes, scanning corridors, and examining hidden chambers. As they approached the first suspicious area, Alex felt tension rise. "Everyone, stay alert," he said. "We don't know what we're dealing with." The room was filled with glowing conduits and floating control panels. The energy readings were stronger here. Alex and Elira worked together, carefully disconnecting corrupted systems while Ben and the team monitored for further anomalies. Suddenly, one of the energy conduits sparked violently. Elira moved quickly, redirecting the flow with her knowledge of Velari energy systems. Alex followed, rerouting circuits and stabilizing the network. Together, their actions prevented a critical failure. Once the room was secure, Alex analyzed the residual energy. "These devices are not Velari," he said. "They are foreign, advanced, but not as sophisticated as Velari tech. Whoever designed them underestimated our ability to respond." Elira nodded. "Then humans are more capable than many expect. Your species adapts quickly, even under pressure." The team moved from room to room, neutralizing small devices planted throughout the station. Each time, Alex combined human improvisation with Velari precision. The process was slow but effective. During a break, Alex and Elira walked along the station's observation deck. Below them, the planet glowed in shades of blue and green. Alex felt the weight of responsibility. The threat was not just technological, it was political. If the attack succeeded, it could destabilize the delicate trust forming between humans and Velari. "Alex," Elira said quietly, "I have watched many species. Humans act quickly but think carefully. That is rare. You do not act recklessly, even in danger." Alex glanced at her. "I've learned from you, Princess. Your guidance helps me combine caution with action. That is the only way to handle this safely." She smiled faintly. "Then perhaps humans and Velari can accomplish more together than alone." Their moment of calm ended abruptly. An alert sounded in the main chamber. Another anomaly, this time stronger and closer to the royal habitat. The team rushed to the location, finding a network of devices designed to interfere with the station's life support systems. Alex studied the setup. If these activate, they could endanger the entire habitat, he said. We need to stop them immediately. Elira nodded. We cannot wait. Humans, prepare to assist. Velari, follow my lead. Working quickly, Alex guided the team. He identified weak points in the devices and suggested rerouting power through the station's energy conduits. Ben operated drones to remove unstable nodes, while Elira manipulated energy fields to stabilize the network. The team moved with precision and urgency. At one point, a device began to overload, threatening an explosion. Alex didn't hesitate. He used a human-engineered energy shield to contain the surge, protecting the team while Ben secured the device. Once all devices were neutralized, Alex and Elira examined the station's systems. Minor damage remained, but the network was stable. Alex breathed a sigh of relief. We've prevented a disaster. The station is safe for now. Elira looked at him with respect. Your species' bravery and ingenuity are remarkable. Most would panic or retreat. You acted decisively, yet carefully. Alex smiled faintly. We had a good team. Humans and Velari together are stronger than alone. That night, the council met again to discuss the events. Alex explained the sequence of attacks, the devices, origins, and the team's response. The council members nodded, impressed by the human contribution. Humans act with courage, said one elder Velari. Their unpredictability is not weakness but strength when combined with reason and skill. Another added, the princess was correct. Their presence has saved the station and strengthened our alliance. Elira spoke last. We have faced a serious threat and humans acted with integrity, skill, and courage. They are no longer outsiders, they are allies. Alex felt a sense of accomplishment but also awareness. The attacks had been small, testing both humans and Velari. Larger challenges could come. Humanity's place in the galaxy depended on continuing to adapt, learn, and cooperate. Over the next days, the team conducted additional security checks, reinforcing the station's systems. Alex worked alongside Velari engineers, teaching human methods while learning Velari techniques. The collaboration built trust and improved efficiency. One evening, while monitoring energy flows, Alex noticed a pattern he hadn't seen before. Subtle fluctuations suggested someone or some group was observing the station remotely. He called Elira immediately. This is not a direct threat, he explained. But they are watching. We may be tested again. We must prepare. Elira studied the readings. Then humans must continue their role: observation, analysis, and readiness. Your presence has value beyond these walls. We must be vigilant. Alex nodded. We will be. Humans learn quickly and we can act decisively. The alliance depends on trust but also on capability. As the days passed, the station returned to normal, though the team remained on high alert. Alex realized that the danger had served a purpose. It had tested cooperation, resilience, and trust. Humans and Velari had worked together under pressure, and the results were stronger than anyone had expected. During a quiet moment, Alex reflected on how far things had come. What began as a shocking first encounter in the Princess private chamber had grown into mutual respect, trust, and cooperation. Humans had proven their worth not through strength or ceremony, but through honesty, skill, and adaptability. Elira joined him on the observation deck. Alex, she said softly, you have done well. Humans have shown courage, intelligence, and respect. These qualities will shape the future of our alliance. Alex looked at the glowing planet below. Thank you, Princess. But humans also learn from you. We could not succeed alone. Your guidance makes us stronger, she nodded. Then we continue together. The galaxy is vast and dangers are many. Only through cooperation, respect, and courage can we thrive. Alex felt a renewed determination. Humanity's future among the stars depended not on perfection, but on adaptability, integrity, and collaboration. The events of these weeks had proven one thing clearly. Humans could rise to challenges. even when facing the unknown, and earn the respect of the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. As the station's lights pulsed softly in the quiet night, Alex understood that the tests were not over. Greater challenges would come, but humans and Velari now faced them as allies, capable of achieving far more together than either could alone. The bond they were building would not only protect the station, but also shape the course of interstellar diplomacy for years to come. And in that moment, Alex realized that courage, honesty, and adaptability were more powerful than any weapon, and that humanity's place in the galaxy was secured not through domination, but through trust, skill, and unwavering determination. Alex Carter stood at the observation deck looking out over the planet below. The Velari station had returned to normal after the recent sabotage attempts, but Alex knew the galaxy would not remain quiet for long. Threats could come from anywhere, and humanity's place among the stars depended on vigilance, cooperation, and trust. Princess Alira joined him, her presence calm and commanding. "Alex," she said, "you have done more than any human has before. Your actions have proven that your species can rise to challenges with intelligence, courage, and integrity." Alex nodded, feeling both proud and humble. "Thank you, Princess, but humans could not succeed alone. Your guidance, patience, and trust made this possible. We learned as much as we contributed." Alira's eyes brightened. "That is true. Cooperation is the foundation of strength. Humans have shown that they can work with us, not against us. That is rare among new species." Their conversation was interrupted by a council alert. The energy readings showed one final anomaly, stronger and closer than before. Alex's heart raced. "This may be the last test," he said, turning to Alira. "We need to act quickly." Together, they assembled a team of humans and Velari engineers. Ben Harris, Maya Stone, and several others joined them. The team moved swiftly through the station, checking energy conduits and systems for hidden devices. The pattern was clear. Someone was trying to provoke a final failure to destabilize the Alliance. Alex studied the readings. "This is the central hub of the network. If they succeed here, the station could lose power and communications entirely. We must neutralize it safely." Alira nodded. "We act together, humans and Velari. Timing and coordination are key." They reached the hub. The energy flows were unstable, crackling, and pulsing. Alex quickly analyzed the devices planted around the system. "We can reroute power temporarily," he said. "I will stabilize the core while the team disarms the devices." Ben and Maya moved quickly, following Alex's instructions. Alira manipulated the energy fields, keeping the system balanced. The room was tense, but Alex stayed calm, focusing on the task. Each action mattered. One mistake could cost the station. A device began to overload, sparking violently. Alex reacted immediately, redirecting energy to a safe conduit. Ben secured the device and Maya worked on another node nearby. The team moved as one, humans and Velari coordinated perfectly. Finally, the last device was neutralized. The energy flows stabilized and the station systems returned to normal. Alex let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. "It's done," he said. "The station is safe." Alira looked at him with respect. "You have done well, Alex. Humans have shown courage, intelligence, and teamwork. This will not be forgotten." The council convened immediately to review the events. Alex presented a full report, explaining the anomalies, the devices, and the team's coordinated response. The council members listened carefully, impressed by the human contribution. "These humans," one elder Velari said, "act with integrity and courage. They adapt, learn, and work with precision. They are more capable than we imagined." Another added, "The princess' support is justified. Humanity has proven itself an ally, not only in words but in action." Alira spoke last. "Humans have faced our tests and the challenges of sabotage with dignity and skill. They are now recognized as true partners in the Alliance. Our future together is stronger for their efforts." Alex felt a surge of pride, but he remained humble. "Thank you," he said. "We are honored to work alongside the Velari. We have learned much, and we will continue to do so. Our goal is not only to survive in the galaxy, but to thrive together." Over the next few days, the station returned to normal operations. Humans and Velari worked side by side, repairing minor damage, reinforcing systems, and preparing for any future threats. The collaboration had strengthened trust, and the Council began to plan joint projects in engineering, exploration, and diplomacy. Alex spent time with Elira discussing the lessons they had learned. She shared insights about Velari culture, diplomacy, and energy manipulation. Alex shared human approaches to problem-solving, creativity, and adaptability. The exchange deepened mutual understanding and respect. "Humans think differently," Elira said one evening. "Your species relies on intuition, creativity, and flexibility. Combined with Velari precision, it creates something unique. This alliance will benefit greatly from your perspective." Alex nodded. "We learn from you as well. Humanity is capable, but we must understand others to succeed. Together, we are stronger than alone." The Council held a formal ceremony to recognize the humans' contributions. Alex, Ben, Maya, and other team members were honored. The Council praised their courage, skill, and ability to adapt under pressure. Elira stood beside Alex, smiling proudly. "This moment," she said, "marks the beginning of a new era. Humans are not outsiders. They are partners, allies, and friends. Together, we can face whatever the galaxy presents." Alex felt a deep sense of accomplishment. What had begun as a shocking first encounter, entering the princess' private chamber by mistake, had grown into mutual respect, cooperation, and trust. Humanity had proven itself not through strength alone, but through integrity, courage, and adaptability. After the ceremony, Alex and Elira walked through the station's gardens, now filled with soft light and calm energy. The experience had changed both of them. Elira saw humans as capable and trustworthy. Alex saw the Velari as disciplined, intelligent, and willing to teach and trust. "We have faced challenges together," Alex said, "and we have succeeded. I believe humanity has a place here not as guests but as partners." Elira nodded. "Yes. Your actions have shown that courage, honesty, and skill are more important than fear or caution. You have earned our trust." Alex smiled. "Then our journey is only beginning. Humanity will continue to learn, adapt, and contribute. Together, we can face anything." In the following weeks, joint missions were planned. Humans and Velari explored nearby star systems, repaired ancient structures, and mapped uncharted regions. The alliance grew stronger with every task, every successful project, and every moment of collaboration. Alex reflected on the lessons learned. Mistakes were not failures if handled with honesty. Courage was not only bravery in danger but steadiness in uncertainty. Adaptability was as important as skill, and cooperation created strength beyond what any one species could achieve alone. Princess Elira often remarked on the human ability to remain calm in unpredictable situations. "Your species surprises me," she said. "You act with integrity even when faced with the unknown. That is rare and powerful." Alex smiled. "We learn quickly, especially when trusted and guided. Your guidance has been invaluable." The station became a symbol of unity and cooperation. Other species observed humanity and Velari working side by side, solving problems and facing challenges together. Stories of human courage and ingenuity spread, enhancing humanity's reputation across the galaxy. One evening, Alex stood alone on the observation deck, watching the planet below. The stars stretched endlessly beyond, full of possibilities and challenges. He realized that humanity's journey among the stars was just beginning. Trust, respect, courage, and adaptability would guide them. Mistakes would happen, but they could always be opportunities for growth. Elira joined him quietly. "Alex," she said, "this alliance is stronger because of you and your people. Remember, strength comes not only from power but from cooperation and integrity. You have shown both." Alex nodded. "Thank you, Princess. Humanity will continue to prove itself. We will rise to challenges, learn from them, and earn the trust of all who value honor and courage." She smiled, her eyes reflecting the soft light of the station. "Then we face the future together as partners and allies. The galaxy is vast, but with trust and skill, we will thrive." As Alex watched the stars, he felt a quiet pride and determination. Humanity had entered the galaxy not as conquerors, but as collaborators, innovators, and problem solvers. Their place among the stars would be earned through courage, honesty, and the willingness to face the unknown. The first encounter, shocking as it had set the stage for this new era. What had begun as an accident had become a bridge of trust and understanding. Humanity had proven itself capable of more than anyone, including themselves, had imagined. The alliance between humans and Velari was secure, strengthened by trials, courage, and mutual respect. Together, they would explore, protect, and thrive among the stars. Alex understood that this was only the beginning. The galaxy was full of unknowns, but humanity had shown that it could meet any challenge with integrity, intelligence, and heart. And with that, Alex knew one thing clearly. Humanity's journey was just beginning, and with courage, cooperation, and adaptability, they could face the vast universe confidently, forging a future full of hope, trust, and endless possibilities.